Oh boy. Sorry, folks. That was a bit of a disaster if you can't see all the sweat and perspiration on my face. Hello, welcome to Friday Fun Day. I'm Rob Appell from Stitchin Heaven. I'm a quilt maker out here in Quitman, Texas. And thank you so much to all my loyal followers and fans out there that let me get this turned off. That was a bit of a disaster if you can't see all the sweat. Okay, I think I got everything figured out. So what happened, and welcome to Friday Fun Day Live. I've got a special guest I'm going to bring on in a minute, and once I get myself settled down here a little bit, I wanted to show you all the warehouse as we're just starting to get ready for our big expo, which I'll talk to you a little bit more about here. And so I started out in the warehouse, and I don't know what happened when I pulled down the big doors. I'm afraid I cut off the internet connection from the outside world. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the video or not, but anyway, so we're here, and I can see you're all out there as well. This is great, fantastic. Thank you all for sticking with me. You're the best. Make sure I can see my comments going on here, and we'll really kind of start the show. I'll move this out of the way a little bit. I just don't want to step on it. And we'll settle in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Like I said, it is Friday Fun Day Live with yours truly, Rob Appell, here in Stitchin Heaven. Super excited. We have now 65,000 subscribers. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that little subscribe button here on the videos here on YouTube. We do all kinds of other fantastic stuff. We've got great tutorials that are produced. We do all kinds of special events. We also have a Facebook page. The Facebook page is a private group. Feel free to sign up for that. We actually have several. I realized I just needed to update my picture one more time. We just had a couple hundred folks also join us there. And as I go through things, if you're new to the show, I'll be talking about a couple of things, obviously a little disorganized at the moment, but I've tried to put links down in the description below so that if there's anything I talk about that you're interested in, that you can get better access to it as I bounce around a little bit. All right, Karen, are you ready? Come on over here. Everybody, my dear friend Karen. Some of you have seen Karen, do some of her tutorials and
hi everybody
for Saturdays and everything.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, huh?
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Well, you know you have a big job.
Oh, it's a little.
It's a little job. Karen's going to help me show some quilts here in a moment. And again, we're getting ready for the big outdoor quilt show. So let me put up that graphic for you all to see. It is happening next weekend, October 10 through 13. And it's going to be, I put up the graphic for the actual camp quilt show, which is what I'm most excited about. Here's the info on the quilt show itself. The quilt show is on Saturday. It's always the second Saturday in October. This year it'll be on the 12th. And that's going to be out at Jim Hogue Park here, right next door to the shop. And like I said, we are having the retreat going on a few days before and the day after, which is going to be awesome. And Karen, have you been here when they have the retreat going on with the quilt show? I was here last year.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
We have so many quilts. We've partnered this year with the community.
Yeah.
So Wood County Electric's going to be there. There's going to be a farmer's market, a plant sale.
Right. Bounce house again?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw you.
I know. And I have got to move this because it's making me so nervous. Everybody knows me that well.
I
know.
Because you're step on it.
Well, you and I have been drinking coffee all day getting ready for this.
I had a monster.
Great.
Sorry.
That's all you needed. And then also, folks, before we show off the shirt, before we show off the quilts real quick, I wanted to show you the quilts I'm going to hang in the show. I should also admit, we ran in here real quick. So earlier we were working on, and I think you all saw when you logged in today, the advertisements. Yes, we are getting ready for our big New Year's Day quilt along, right? So there's the graphic for that. Tiffany Hayes and myself will be doing it again this year. We also have a retreat that will be on that exact same weekend. And we do have an informational video up. And I'll play that in a little bit. But first I wanted to show you the shirts. These just came in. So we still have the Carefree Quilter, the Team Rob Appell version this year. So we've got the cool colors, and we put the logo on the sleeve, which I really like a lot. Great job on that, Karen.
Thank you.
And then this is the Passion for Precision. So this
Hi, Tiffany. Miss you.
Right. And here's the situation, guys. Everybody wants to sew as well as Tiffany Hayes.
True. She's a legend.
She's a legend. And I'm going to tell you, Karen, I've been wearing one of these shirts while working on the Arabella block of the month. That hasn't actually helped my accuracy at all.
No.
No. I've wore it for every shoot, all the prep work. Just, I don't know.
Maybe it's a girl thing.
Maybe it's a girl thing. Or maybe I'm just a sloppy quilt maker and we have a good time with it. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And like I said, we do have all the information up. Real important though, make sure that if you would like one of the pre-cut kits, so that's what these are here. This is the patriotic version of the fabrics, and these are a sampling of the colors that we're using for Tiffany's batiks. I Okay, because you're my loyal followers, I can tell you.
You slipped.
Well, yeah. Well, here's
slipped.
the situation.
He slipped.
I'm going to say it. These aren't the exact ones, folks, because the exact ones are still coming in so that we can get all the pre-cuts ready. So I went through and I picked the most similar colors I could. So if you want to get an idea of what Tiffany's finished project is going to look like, and or the fabrics that are just super, super similar, or if you've gotten your supply list, you actually know which fabrics are in the kits, based on the cutting information and all of that kind of stuff. And that can all be done by signing up via email. And we'll get back to all of that because I know Karen's got lots to do, but she promised to help me hold quilts.
I'm playing Vanna.
You're playing Vanna, so let's do this. I'm gonna just make a little bit of room, I think, Karen. Let's do that, and then I want to share first the one that Amy just finished, which is this Modish one. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah. Will you bring the kit over, please? Okay, folks. So here it is. This is a quilt that was designed by Stephanie Sheridan, and this is done. Stephanie Sheridan's the marketing manager out at Benartex Fabrics. This is called Modish, and it was done as a really fun pattern and kit for when my New Worlds fabrics came out. But what's really fun is, look, she knew what was coming down the road, so she put newer worlds on the back, right? So all the fabrics on the front are from the original 9. And then she's also paired them, and I love the way she did the borders with just the solids. So I noticed we had a few of the kits left. They're just under $75. And if you're interested, they have all of the fabrics plus the solids in them. But these came from Benartex, folks, and I don't know that we can get them again. Actually, you might know that answer.
I don't think we can get them again.
Karen does a lot of the fabric buying for the shop here, and so I don't think we can get them again.
I don't think we can.
Now, there might be a different version once the new fabric lines are redone, and I have a whole third colorway coming out, but that'll be months until that really shows. So at any rate, if you're interested, I want to let you know I do have just a few of those Modish kits, and there should be a link, if all did go well, in the description, and if you want to grab one of those, don't wait. All right, so these are the ones I'm going to need your help with. These are giant, and a lot of you have seen these quilts before. This was a block of the month we did here for the last couple of years. This is Fabulous by Charisma Horton, and it's a 96 by 96 inch quilt, and this one features a bunch of Michael Miller basics, and this was one of the first projects that I got to do with Charisma Horton, which really solidified our partnership and friendship over the years. And so this is the one that we've been doing. It's the block of the month for the last couple of years, and now we're going to be replacing this with Epic, which starts in January. So this is really, really cool, and I love the feel of this one. And then let's show them Epic so they can kind of compare, which will be the one with the red backing. Completely out of order. Poor Karen. I told you she was going to have to work hard. Ready? You get those. There we go. I got these. We should have put them on our sliders, but we were going to be out in the warehouse. I know. And then this here is called Epic. And it's similar in the fact that it's got that awesome color wheel assembly with different stars of different colors that go around in a color wheel fashion. This features both the new and newer Worlds fabrics that I designed for Benartex. And again, it's just a really awesome pattern from Charisma. But what I like about so many of these, Karen, when she's doing, like especially as the block of the month, right? It seems daunting, but there's a whole month where you just make all of these and they're randomly pieced for the coloring, so you don't have to be organized or anything.
Nope.
And then a lot of the more intricate months, you're only doing like 4. So the way the pattern's broken down really makes a lot of sense. I've had folks be afraid that this is way too much patchwork, but I did all of the piecing in a week when working on mine to get ready for the videos. So it really wasn't that much. And I wasn't sewing like mad like I normally do, just regular sewing. You're doing such a great job there, Manna. Here, I'll grab this next one. This one's small enough.
Sure.
You can get a break. You can let your shoulders rest out. Have you seen this one before?
I have.
Yeah. So this is the Black Tip Reef Shark, and this is an applique pattern that features batiks. And I was doing this as a lesson a long time ago to have the batiks be fabric choices, or what am I trying to say? I wanted
texture?
I wanted the fabric of the batik to state what they were in the geology. So if it was a coral and algae, I wanted it to look like coral and algae. If it was a branching coral, I wanted it to look like a branching coral. If it was a tigerfish, I wanted it to look like a tigerfish kind of thing. So that's what I was partly choosing with this. But I thought it'd be fun to bring this little one, and then let's show the bigger one. This one here, yeah. Now we can sit on the floor. That's where most of my quilts live anyway. And then this is the one I did on Simply Quilts a million years ago. And this again is also another applique project that has all the sea life below. This one's called Beyond the Tides because I was actually sent a photograph to be inspired by that started about here and went up. And this has just always been a real fun one. Had you seen this one?
Nope, this one I haven't seen. I was just admiring it. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I did 2 of these because you do one to show on the back wall because it was again on Simply Quilts on Home and Garden, and then I was building another one on the set, which was fun. So the only way I know is the other one has just purple cornerstones in it.
Oh.
And the reef is really similar, but because it's all applique and fussy cut, it's never going to be exactly the same.
Nope.
But it is very similar. So that was a really fun project, and to have 2 of them is a winner.
Gift.
That's a gift. Awesome. Let's do the that one. Thank you. Okay, so you all know I've gotten crazy hooked on my log cabins. This is where it started a million years ago with this low volume neutrals version of a log cabin. I think these fabrics were made by Moda originally, and then just some really fun bright solids. And so when I started in on that easiest log cabin ever quilt recently, maybe 3 or 4 months back, this was my inspiration for that. And I remember when I was working on this, trying to make these big, long swirlies. This was one of the first quilts I quilted when I had a larger machine. I got to a sit-down 18-inch, so you could see the size of the circles, you could see the size of the swirls and swoops and stuff. I was really stretching those arms out. Yeah, having a good time on that one. You're doing great there, Vanna. Awesome.
One more.
One more, last one, folks, and then we'll go on to the rest of our announcements and get you on with your weekend. And you've all seen this one because it's often on the backdrop. This is our scrappy double tumbler or tumbling blocks project.
This is beautiful. One of my favorites.
I know. You know what I love about this one the most?
The back.
It is. It really is.
He loves green.
I love green. But it was, and I got a lot of people ask, like, why that? I'm like, it's scraps. It was just literally the scraps of the fabrics I had. And I like the way they play together. And I like the way that this yellow kind of or this like ochre-y color picks up the
I like how you use the variegated thread.
Oh, thank you. And well, the key is when you quilt a tumbling blocks quilt, in my humble opinion, I have to always say that or I get yelled at. So to make the blocks stand out, here, pull tight. There you go, thanks. So the tops of all the blocks are quilted at the angle, and then the front panels are quilted up and down.
Ah.
So it just, because sometimes these can be a little hard to read. And this quilt, unlike some of my other ones, because it's scrappy, is a little harder to see the light, medium, and dark. So by quilting in the texture, what's showing the direction that the block would be running, helps the eye. It's like a subliminal.
A trick.
It's a trick. It is a trick. Okay, my dear. Do you want to say anything else to the lovely folks at home before we make you go back to your real job?
Yes. Please come and join us at our expo this year. It's December 5th through 7th.
That's right. Oh, do I have the graphic?
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah. We have a lot of new vendors coming. We have some new products. We are going to be clearing through a lot of inventory, and it's going to be really a fun weekend.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great. And I showed him the little ad that Elijah put together last week, but I'll go ahead and run that now.
Are you looking for an event where you can immerse yourself in the world of quilting? Join us December 5th, 6th, and 7th for the annual Sewing Expo at Stitchin Heaven. Connect with fellow quilting enthusiasts. Attend workshops led by expert instructors and explore a marketplace full of unique products and special savings. Enjoy local food, live entertainment, and exciting giveaways. Attend for one day or all 3. And if you prefer not to drive, hop on one of our expo buses departing from a city near you. Don't miss out. Make this year's expo unforgettable only at Stitchin Heaven.
Yeah, that's right. That's coming up December 5, 6, and 7. You can get your advance tickets right now. Don't wait because it is one of those things that does fill up pretty quick. And it is a lot of fun. And thanks again, Karen. She ran off and I'd asked her again if she would help me out in the warehouse. And I really appreciate her, but she had other things to do. And again, I don't know if this show could get much more disorganized. So let me go ahead and see if I can just kind of blow through the rest of the show as I have prepared it today. Oh, and this was a great way to try to get back on target. Let's do a little show and tell from Patty. All right, so here's Patty's quilt of the week. Patty is a prolific quilt maker, apparently, and seems to be sending in now one almost week, which I greatly appreciate. If any of you want to put in a quilt in our show and tell, just send me an email, and I think my email is right here. Yep, rob@stitchinheaven.com. And I just really like the movement and play. It's simple, but it's really unique there, Patty. Well done. And let me turn off my email, and then I've got a really special announcement I want to make here. I'm going to embarrass our dear friend. Congrats to Carl Sass. I better probably take that off the screen because you can't read it, but it does say he is our resident Benetexarian or something like that is the new name. So yes, congratulations to Carl. The quilt he made a few weeks back, he tagged Ben Artex and submitted it, and he has been chosen for the September Ben Artexian Designer Challenge of the month. So he won a t-shirt and some fabrics and all kinds of great stuff, and he was using my fabric, and it's just really fun. But there was a lot of participants out there, and one of our very own took the grand prize. So well done, Carl. That's awesome, man. And I was afraid he wasn't going to brag to all of you, so I figured I would do it for him. Sorry. At any rate, also coming up, I told you all about this last week. This will probably be the last time I make the announcement. I am doing my private retreat out in Cambria. It's on my website, robappell.com. The dates are November 19 through 24, and it's just a wonderful California-based retreat, Cambria, California. There you can see the dates a little bit better. It's sitting on the pond, up on a bluff over the Pacific Ocean. Pine trees all around it. It's a free so. I don't try to teach too much. We end up with about 45 folks there. And some folks will start on Tuesday and some folks will start on Thursday. And we just have a great time fellowshipping and quilting together. And so if you're at all interested, you can check out my website, and there's a link over to Camp Ocean Pines, one of the wonderful natural history camps that we've been supporting in our community for years and years and years. And we like to continue to do that. So at any rate, let me go ahead and take that email and that date off the screen. And now I'm just making a bigger mess as we dive into the Grateful List. And the Grateful List, if you're not aware, is the really fun way to wrap up the week, reminding each other what we're all grateful for. So writing it down is a great way for us all to remind ourselves. So if you want to write down what you're grateful for, feel free. And if you watch enough of these videos, you'll notice I double dip often. Last week was Texas time, but that was time to go to Texas. And now this time I am in Texas, but it's a different feeling because I was getting excited about getting ramped up and ready. But now that I'm here, and you all have heard me talk about this before, at about 5:01, especially today, Friday, the property turns into a ghost town, other than we happen to be having a private retreat. A bunch of ladies are over in our retreat center, so I will have company, but it's a great way for me to get really focused and really into some of the projects. I often have too many creative things going on, and it does, I don't mean to sound negative, but it does overwhelm me sometimes. And so I have to choose calendar sections where I can block out hardcore design time, and that's why coming to out here to Texas is so important for me. Number 2 on the list, the EPP, the English paper piecing video. So I posted this week the back end of the adventure, how I broke down in the woods, and we had a lot of folks that were writing in and talking about that. So some of my favorite comments, let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you all to see, was, of course, Feral Quilters Unite. This means a lot to me because it, I believe, refers to the fact that we are camping and quilting and just making beautiful quilts anywhere we go. And I think we should be able to do that, and I love that so much. Feral Quilters Unite. And then I also have a feeling this one has an awful lot to do with the fact that this person and I have the same color or favorite color, which is obviously green. Great and relatable vid. Love that Singer 99. So yes, I was camping and quilting out of the back of my truck with an old remodeled Singer 99 lime green, jungle green. It's a good thing you are so mechanically inclined. Yes, I fixed my vehicle with baling wire and drove it 800 miles. And again, yes, that sounds like an adventure we might have. I hate to say it, but I'm not the only one that's ever broke down in the backcountry, right? And where there's a will, there's a way. Say a few prayers, which is always the case. Miracles happen. Have a blessed day and keep on quilting. And that was from Hope. And so the fun part about that, folks, was really that's kind of what happened at the end of that adventure. I didn't get to finish the quilt, though, and therefore I feel like I owe you all a video. And so this weekend, while I'm here and it's quiet, I will probably finish putting together all of the hexagon pieces for that EPP by machine. And then if I have the time, I will start assembling it here. I want to produce one more video in studio where you can see everything real nice and answer all these questions that keep coming in about, will I be pressing the fusible down as an anchoring when I get ready to baste it for quilting? How will I finish off the edges? Do I need back stitching? Some of these questions that keep coming out, will it get too stiff? Some of these things, so I won't even know the true answers until I get a little further along in the project. So it's just been really fun to watch you all get so excited about the quilt, and to me, this is why I think we're all making quilts out there. All right, so back to our grateful list. We have here new friends with ink. That's right. I just mentioned that we are having a private retreat, and you know me, I'm a traveling tattoo artist nowadays. So I'm going to give the Bravery Award to the person who took that on the foot. Ouch. Of course, this was a threesome we did last night. No, that didn't sound right, did it? And all three of these tattoos are matching, different sizes, different places, and memorial tattoos that are to represent a family member that has been lost. And I will tell you, if I haven't said it enough before, that so much of what I do, I really want to be about the experience. You know, maybe life is supposed to be more about the journey instead of the destination. And so last night, that's kind of where we started. We started talking about, they'd seen a design that I had created, and they really liked it because they're very into the infinity symbols, and that was something that was very important to them. But then the way we got to get together and hang out, and like I said, it was a mom and two daughters, and just all of the camaraderie and the stories and getting to know each of the ladies, and it was just really fun. So this is one of the reasons I love being an artist in so many different ways. And so pretty great. And then also last but not least, I'm saying lazy days ahead, which also means that it is Saturday and Sunday coming up here in Quitman, Texas, and probably all around the world. And so I do not have a ton of things to do. I have a few folks that will be coming for tattoos. That's real fun. And like I said, I hope to finish up that English paper piecing project prep work. I won't get the quilt top finished, but I'll get some of the prep work done. Got a bunch of the videos for the Epic Block of the Month series that have been filmed, and now I need to get them edited down. And I also wanted, like I said, we're getting ready for the big New Year sew along, and we put out a little bit longer form informational video. So I do want to play that right now. And then that way, if you have any questions about any of the things we've discussed today, you can start typing those into the comments, and I'll go ahead and start reading the comments now while you're watching the video, and we'll wrap it up for the day. So here's the new information with Tiffany and myself.
Welcome, my quilty friends. We are here to tell you all about the 2025 New Year's Day Mystery Sew Along. I'm Tiffany Hayes, and this is Rob Appell. We have some beautiful fabrics, we have some t-shirts, we have some pre-cut kits, we have lots, and soup, and Rob's gonna tell you all about it.
That's right, folks. This is a wonderful tradition that started several years ago by our fearless leader, Deb Luttrell. She just wanted a day where we could bring the community of quilters together virtually or in person, which we do here at Stitchin Heaven. Starts with soup. We have a recipe that you can go ahead and download and get your ingredients together so that you can crock, pot, cook all the day long that we're quilting. The virtual sew along will be held this year on YouTube. It's a totally free event. We do need you to sign up with your email address though, so that we can send you the soup recipe. We can send you a supply list. We can invite you to our Facebook community, which is already very active. There are folks that are pre-ordering their t-shirts and they're pre-ordering their kits right now. And the kits, this is really important that you hear this, folks. This year we have pre-cut kits available, but they're only available if ordered before October 18th, 2024. We need to make sure we know how much time is available to engineer all the parts and pieces so you have no tracing or anything as you're getting started. However, if you want to work from your stash,
you can do that. On the supply list, there's also some homework, and we let you know exactly what you need to do so you're ready to start along with us on New Year's morning, whether you have your own fabric from your stash, pre-cut or pre-marked and ready to go, or you have the pre-cut kit. Either way.
Super easy and super fun. Now, of course, this year, once again, I'm going to be providing a patriotic picks so that, because it's a mystery, if you don't love the design of the quilt top, but I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't, it's going to be a perfect project that you could give away for a veteran. And then this year, if I can say a little bit about Tiffany's fabrics, there are beautiful pinks and greens and kind of the lavender choices in there. We just thought it'd be fun if you kind of saw where she's going to be working. Of course, you can get a beautiful batik pre-cut kit as well. So we have the two different kits. I'll order before October 18th, as well as the two different shirts. We have a little bit more of a carefree version here for Team Rob.
and precision for Team Tiffany.
And if you've never seen the New Year Sew Along in the past, we love to teach both different ways we approach quilt making, because we know there are so many of you out there that are either looking for a little trick here or a tip, or maybe you're brand new to quilting and you're just looking for where you can grow and learn and be part of a community, and that's what this is all about. So make sure you sign up with that email address right away. If you're interested in a pre-cut kit, get it on order before October 18th, 2024, and we will see you January 1st, 2025. Right? How cool is that going to be? It's going to be so very much fun. And I know most of you have already chosen to participate because you are the Rob Appell So Well loyalists, and you wouldn't miss this for the world. And this is why we keep doing it. And again, I took a moment to start scanning through some of the comments. Obviously, I was a bit of a disaster when the show started today. And Jennifer, you have made my day, and I think I'm about to make yours as well. I hope you're still listening out there. So Jennifer and Carl, I believe, were talking. Carl was encouraging everybody to come out to the retreats because he loves to come out to the retreats, and he's coming again soon. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate you keeping everybody entertained while I was trying to get tech up and running and encouraging everybody to come and join us for our awesome sew along. But I also want to point out Jennifer's asking, like Missouri Star has done in the past, and don't forget, I was a part of that team for a while as well. So yeah, brothers do this too. We'll often do some sort of a giveaway to earn a spot in a retreat. And if some of you remember, there was a virtual quilt along that I started asking you all to save the date for, and then I stopped talking about it altogether. Well, that's because I got myself a little in front of the horse and cart, really got run down, and we're rebuilding, restarting all of that information. I was going to tell you all about it during the New Year's Day sew along because it is scheduled out for, I want to say right now, there's the virtual sew along might be May, and then August is the retreat. But at any rate, if I remember the numbers correctly, please do not quote me on this because I might get in trouble. I believe we're making 300 kits, and there will be 5 golden tickets. Those golden tickets in those 300 kits will be your free registration to the retreat that will be centered around that whole virtual sew along. So we'll do the virtual sew along first, and then you'll get the kits for that. We'll have 5 lucky winners that get free retreat here at Quitman, Texas, that you can come out to the retreat, and then we will be doing add-ons to those quilts, new ideas for those quilts, and just a real fun way for us to all get back together and have another retreat. But I needed to somehow tie the free spot prizes to a kit, and that was the way I'd figured it out. We've been working on it for quite a while, Jennifer, and I'm so excited to hear that that's something that you would love to participate in. So please stay tuned. I will make sure now that I've started to tell a little bit of the information that I go back, get you all the information in the next couple of weeks about the virtual sew along that will happen after New Year's Day. I'm going to be showing that quilt on New Year's Day, getting you all the information ready for that. That's when the kits will go on sale. So nobody's missed any opportunity yet. We just need to make sure we get all of the wording just right so that we don't get any trouble by giving away too many seats for those retreats. All right, let me scan through the rest of these comments, folks. Make sure I haven't missed anything else. And then we're going to go ahead and sign off. That's right. So many compliments. Thank you again, folks, for enjoying the creativity in my quilts. I just love being a quilt maker. Although it looks like Carl's getting most of the love today, as he should. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we have Norway joining us. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Okay, I don't think I've missed any questions. Carl's encouraging me to drink coffee and jump in the pond this weekend. Maybe not in that order. No buffering issues this week. That makes sense both ends, although it was a little internet related at the beginning because of being out in the warehouse, the concrete and the steel or whatever, I just couldn't get the signal to hold and it cut out. Now I'm in the studio with the Wi-Fi that we built last year for the New Year's Day event, and it should be rock solid. So again, we will be broadcasting using this exact same technology out of this exact same room on this signal, and all of that has been now pre-built and being pre-tested, and we're really proud of what's going on with that. So it's going to be awesome. Make sure you sign up on stitchinheaven.com. We just need your email address so that we can keep you in the running for and keep you up to date with the supply list, the homework, the soup recipe, and then on the day of the virtual quilt along on the New Year's Day mystery quilt, we do prizes, and you need to have your email address because that's how we generate the prizes, and then you get to comment to win your prize. So it's super fun, and it's going to be just a great time together. And oh, look at that, Jennifer, you always feel like a winner. Well, that's the best response I could have ever hoped for. And I think with that, I will go ahead and sign off. I do appreciate you always being here with me, folks, and I appreciate your patience when I have my technology issues. And you just know that I'm doing my darndest. Maybe sometimes I should stop trying to be so darn creative, but man, I love my job and I have so much fun trying to keep up with all that you are doing out there and trying to help inspire and educate you all. So thanks again for being here with me this fabulous Friday, this Friday fun day. I hope you all have an incredibly great weekend coming up. Make sure you do something healthy, make sure you do something creative, and please